coming to you directly from wherever. It's the Ticket Booth Podcast. And now, your host, Ryan Bevington. And now, please welcome your guests for today, Jack, Adam, Mark, and that one guy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of the Ticket Booth Podcast. I am your host, Brian Bevington.
Sorry,
we're already off to a great start.
No!
What?
Getting my money's worth. Fuck.
Well, okay then.
Oh!
Okay, why don't you all introduce yourselves?
I'm Adam. I'm that one kid who got diabetes from eating too much chocolate pudding after watching Punch Drunk Love.
Oh, I'm that one guy.
Yes, another one guy.
I am Jack Attack. I post funny, hilarious, not funny jokes on Twitter.
I'm Krimes or Mark, and I'm the guy who was screaming because he was getting fucked up the ass in Fortnite. Sorry.
This ain't the Ticket Booth Podcast. This is the Fortnite Screaming Podcast.
Yes, so how many wins you motherfuckers get last night?
8.
I got
hate
2
you.
last night,
hate
actually.
you so much.
I'm actually...
I took my chug. Oh!
So what's new in moviedom? We got 2 big movies to talk about. The
Yes.
first being Steven Spielberg's newest magnum opus, Ready Player One.
The Oasis. A whole virtual universe. You can do anything. Be anyone. A contest changed everything. 3 impossible challenges. The first to finish gets complete control of the Oasis, which means complete control of the future.
Ready Player One, rated PG-13. Experience it in IMAX, March 29th.
Okay, here's my thoughts on this. Ready Player One, it seems like he wants to go back to his old roots, but he kind of does it, like, pretty poorly. I feel like sometimes the references just get shoved in your face. So that's my take on, like, the reference side of things.
Hey, Lois, check it out. It's Chucky.
Hey, Lois, look, it's Tracer.
Fucking Chucky!
Hey, Lois, look, it's the Chipmunks!
Hey, Lois, do you remember the time that I was a Ready Player One?
I felt the cringe in Ready Player One was almost as bad as the "what are those" joke in Black Panther.
Oh,
No,
man.
I'd say
Oh,
no. The one of those joke is like the thing that ruins
Fanboy
the
can always
movie.
tell a hater thing made me want to die. A fanboy can always tell a hater.
I'm a hater. I'm not gonna lie. I hate a lot of things.
So my thoughts, I didn't really have that many thoughts going in, other than it was the movie that would make 80s and 90s kids jizz their pants.
Pretty much.
And when I saw it, I was actually surprised to see that there was actually a lot of stuff that I liked in it. I liked some of the ways that they utilized the...
Warning, spoilers ahead. Mute your volume if you do not want to be spoiled.
The Shining sequence,
Oh,
especially.
yes, that's...
Yes,
I love that
yes.
scene.
Hey guys, The Shining
Yeah.
was a thing.
Hey, guys,
I allow
remember
us to remember
this?
I was the lowest.
Yeah.
I allow us to remember that when I was a Shining.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was actually a Family Guy scene in Ready Player One.
Apparently Knack is in it.
Wait, what?
Knack is in it somewhere.
Oh, nah.
There was already Minecraft.
The first video game you see is Minecraft. I wanted to die.
Where were the damn
Alright.
fidget spinner mods?
Alright,
I
here.
must admit the soundtrack was pretty good, too.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
the soundtrack.
Alan
is great.
Elementary is pretty great.
The movie just felt like a VR chat movie.
They need to make those. Like, you put on this VR chat, you can, like, watch a movie through the headset.
That's why we have Jemsky. He just makes VR movies.
And one thing that bothered me during Ready Player One, I didn't know that, like, they move around with the headset in order to, like, move around the game, but...
I'm kind of confused as to how that works, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. It's like, where are they walking when they, like, walk in, like, a battle?
That's what I can imagine. It's just like a person
Yeah,
walking
it's
out of their window and like falling to the ground. While
What
playing
about that?
the
What
game.
about during the shot later where everybody's on their headsets in the streets? And I'm like, how is nobody like ran the road?
Yeah. Oh, and the main part where I questioned that was the racing sequence where it's like Wait, so do they just have like specially made roads for races, or do they just?
Yeah.
I just wish during that final battle scene that a pickup truck just like went through. Like,
I thought it was garbage. The entire movie is garbage.
okay, let's give the spotlight to Mark, and
Yeah, he probably has the most interesting stuff to say about it.
yes,
Ready Player One is the biggest excuse to jack out the 80s I've seen since fucking... What? Let me think. What else is there
The Wizard.
that jacks up the 80s other than The Wizard, okay? It's so annoying, honestly. I felt most of the film was just, look at this, you see this, you see this, and then,
Yeah.
like, there are points where it's like, remember the racing scene? Where it's like, okay, it's the, oh, you have the fucking T-Rex from Jurassic Park in the road, and then you got all the cars driving by, and the DeLorean, then you
You're
got
a real '80s kid.
dinosaur from Jurassic Park, and then you also have the fucking Millennium Falcon in the sky. Oh,
you
it's
got the Iron Giant, man.
you got the Iron Giant. Remember
It
the Iron
turns
Giant?
into epic movie for kids at one point.
It's just annoying, honestly. It feels there's no artistic value to anything that's portrayed in the film. 90% of the film is incredibly shitty CGI. It looks like the Fortnite movie. It's basically Fortnite's animation, and it's horrible. Like, Fortnite has charm, but imagine it trying to be a whole movie. You can't take it seriously. It's impossible. Then
Cough, cough,
I
save the
didn't, I
world.
didn't
Cough,
hate
cough.
the movie, but I'm kind of baffled as to why Steven Spielberg thought he needed to make this.
yeah.
He looked back at E.T. and he was just like, you know what, I could do that again. Except just put everything in your face.
He already did that. It was called the BFG.
Oh
Oh
god.
yeah,
Ooh.
It was what,
I forgot about the BFG, honestly.
Everyone did.
am I the only
I didn't
person who
even
likes
see
BFG?
it, and that's coming from someone who loves Spielberg.
Which is funny because in Doom, there's a gun called the BFG, and it stands for Big Effing Gun. So I thought it was just gonna be a Doom movie.
They had to stop Spielberg from making that kind of reference.
Okay, hot take right here. I don't really like a lot of Spielberg's movies. I think they're decent.
Oh, wow,
I don't
okay,
think
get
they're
it.
amazing. Like,
Why-
I hear people circle jerk stuff like E.T. and Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I'm like, they're fine movies, but you give them too much value because you grew up with them. It kind of muddles the filmmaking and the acting and the techniques behind the film itself.
I mean, the
So
internet
it
does
just
that
kind of
a lot.
annoys
The internet just like jerks off a movie just because they grew up with it. I mean, I love Spielberg's movies, but I mean, like, the internet just does that in general. I grew up with this movie, so it's the best movie ever.
I know a way that Spielberg could have made Ready Player One rated R.
How?
Made
Cut
it like
out
actual
the
internet.
Shining scene and just put in Clockwork.
Bruh. Or if here's a good way that they can make it rated R, like in the scene where they put in Minecraft, they can have the sex mods in it. Just see in the
Except in the sex doll part from the book.
You see in
actually
the
read the book,
distance,
by the way?
like,
The book was garbage. Sorry.
I haven't read the book.
Neither have I.
Well, there's an extended sequence in the book where the main character like has sex with a sex doll, like for an uncomfortably long paragraph.
The only books that I've read from movies are Call Me by Your Name, Scott
50 Shades of
Pilgrim.
Grey.
Oh yeah, totally. best book.
Can't wait for a book club coming up. You guys seen the trailer for book club?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Where the main antagonist is a bookmark?
No. It's literally like a bunch of like old middle-aged wives, like in their 50s and 60s, and they're all reading like 50 Shades of Grey. It's a movie called Book Club. It looks, it is. I'll say this. It is what it is.
I mean,
It has
I
Diane
already
Keaton.
feel bad for Mark for going to see I Feel Pretty, but like, if he needs to go see that, I'm kind of nervous for him now.
I'll say this. It does not look as bad as I Feel Pretty.
Really? I haven't seen the trailer.
Why
for
is
it, but
Michelle
it
Williams in I Feel Pretty?
Is she in I Feel
yeah.
Pretty?
Cough paycheck maybe?
I know she has like a quick appearance in the trailer.
Oh, I didn't see. I got tickets for I Feel Pretty. I got sent tickets for I Feel Pretty.
Have
Mark's
fun.
gonna feel dirty after he gets out of I Feel Pretty.
You know, I just want to point out something. Star Wars,
Hmm.
don't need pre-order tickets. Avengers, maybe next time. I Feel Pretty, give me your money.
Maybe.
Gotta get them pre-order tickets. You know, this is like old news, but you guys realize that like her 11th Netflix special was so bad that they had to change the rating system on
They took
Netflix.
off the rating system. That was so shitty.
Yeah,
They
it
did.
was so bad that they had to change the rating system from 5 stars to the like or dislike.
Oh, I was wondering why they changed that.
You can thank
Amy
Amy
Schumer.
Schumer for that one.
Yep.
Amy
I
Schumer-
remember seeing this one clip where she goes, "Oh, thank you for laughing, just the women."
It's like, what the heck is your problem? If you would
I
have
don't.
like a
Oh my god. She's more of a Nazi than Lars von Trier.
oh,
Damn. And he was joking.
Wait, no, did you see the interview that he got kicked out from like at one of the Comic
Yes,
Cons?
he got
that a joke?
banned at Con. At Con, yeah, he was like, "See, I'm from German descent, and I understand Hitler. I am a Nazi."
Okay,
And
I'm a Nazi.
He said that.
It's the funniest thing ever.
It was supposed to be a joke. He said it at Con, and he got banned from it. He can't go anymore. Oh, it's the funniest shit ever.
And then you got like in that interview, you've got like Kirsten Dunst like sitting next to him, who's just losing her shit.
She's like whispering to him in his ear, and he's like, "What do you want? I'm a Nazi." It's
Sicko.
oh,
Lars von Trier just seems to not give a shit about that, I guess. He's just like, yeah.
well, he makes like very disturbing movies in the first place. He kind of doesn't care what he says.
Yeah.
it's his filmography. It's to offend and basically break down walls that people believe that film had. It's like, oh, you can't show sex on film. You can't do that. Lars von Trier is
You
like,
can't show someone coming blood out of their penis.
Pretty much.
like, yes, you can. Look at that. In 8D,
Look at Willem
4K.
Dafoe right there. Look at that.
Oh, you want to hear something from the set of Antichrist? They had to make a prosthetic penis for one of it was too big.
Now that's gotta be quite the ego boost for like Willem Dafoe. I gotta make a bigger penis. We gotta make a smaller penis because my one's too big.
So big.
And I will finally take down this Spider-Man.
Sometime in the future, I swear, I think Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars is just gonna make fun of me for that one scene that I was in. You know.
You know, Spider-Man, we're not too different, you and I.
Sam Rockwell stole my Oscar.
I
Oh,
was
how dare
snubbed.
you.
No, I'm just kidding.
Like, how many Lars von Trier films have you guys actually seen?
I've
None.
seen one.
None.
I've seen all of them. I've seen all of them.
I want
I've
to
seen one
seen-
of them.
I've seen one after Mark told me not to see that one.
I know, you're being a dumbass.
So tell me, sorry, who said that they've seen all of them?
I've seen all of them. Mark has seen all of them because he's a fucking hipster.
So tell me, would you say that Nymphomaniac is actually good? Because I watched the Wire Master review of it, and it doesn't look great.
Okay, so Nymphomaniac it's like a mixed bag. I think
Yeah.
I definitely dick-rided YMS's review of it, but I need to rewatch it. It's okay. That's the best I can say about it. There's some really great things about it. There's some really annoying things about it.
Yeah.
But it's still an entertaining watch. That's the best thing.
It wasn't
The
there,
only one that I've seen, is Dancer in the Dark.
Dancer in the
which
Dark.
Dancer in the Dark.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
really
God.
It's probably got like one of the saddest endings I've ever seen. But I watched it because it was the one they're talking about on the very next Dumbcast episode, and I actually am keeping up with the movies they're doing,
Mhm.
and it was very good. Like I think like the lead actress, she's like a singer. She gives like a fantastic performance.
York.
The thing that people hate about Dancer in the Dark now is because there have been accusations by Bjork that she only did one film, right? And she said
Yeah.
the film she did, she was sexually harassed many times and assaulted by the director. And it was a Danish director. And so I know.
So what you're saying is Lars von Trier is another person to add to the Hollywood Men's Club?
Well, he's not Hollywood. He's like anti-Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
He's about as
but
Hollywood
he's-
as Charlie Kaufman.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I think Charlie
No,
Kaufman.
he's as Hollywood as like Harmony Korine or something.
Not really. Harmony Korine is like the complete opposite of what Hollywood is for.
Exactly. He's anti. Pretty
Gummo.
much. Yes.
Gummo is
I
great.
don't think I've seen a Harmony Korine film yet.
I've seen a movie that he wrote, but not like anything he directed.
I've seen most of his stuff. It's pretty good. I think they're all art films, to say. They're not focused on like impressing. They're focused on telling a realistic and gritty story for the most part. Other than Spring Breakers, but they're all pretty good.
I love
They're
Spring
all
Breakers,
good.
to be honest.
I
really-
haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it.
So much fun.
Hey, watch it if you want to see Disney Channel stars.
Oh, like Selena
Overage.
Gomez. Oh,
Works. It really works too. The fact that they're all like Disney stars. It's like the whole message of the film is like maturing from childhood and losing that innocence. And so the fact that they're Disney stars adds to the layering of the film, and it's so good.
Was that the first A24 movie?
No, the first A24 was like some.
Oh,
it was a
yeah, Charles Swan, like the glimpse into the mind of Charles Swan III. I've heard it's terrible.
It's got Bill Murray though. So.
It's got Charlie Sheen as the.
speaking
never
of
mind.
A24, are you guys gonna go see 8th Grader now?
I'm seeing.
Yeah, probably.
I like Bo Burnham. That's the only reason I'm seeing it though, because
Yeah.
Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham's my boy.
I'm worried as to how it's gonna be because it kind of seemed like it relied a lot on like modern references, like how they're using it. But I'm worried that's just gonna be
A
nothing
teacher
but that.
dabs. It's like stop.
Yeah.
I think that's.
I think that is the point of it.
It's
Also,
It's
sorry.
definitely going to be a cynical view at modern like entertainment and how kids are.
it's a
You don't know that?
dystopian universe where Lil Pump is the president.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
The kids are like in the hallway, like battling over like PUBG and Fortnite. PUBG is better, bitch.
6ix9ine is
This
a
guy
better
prob- This
rapper.
guy doesn't like Fortnite. He probably just plays PUBG.
He just
Actually,
hit
that's
someone
like
with a notebook. Suck a fuck. How exactly do I suck a fuck?
You
Donnie Darko.
had the word "fuck" and you swallowed it.
It was. Did any of you get that reference?
No.
Donnie Darko.
Well, I got
That's
the
another movie I have to
ending
watch.
spoiled for me, so I'm
I
probably
haven't
never
seen
gonna
it in a
watch
while.
Mm.
I watched it like in January, and I don't remember much of it, but it was good.
Well, I mean, it's confusing, so I guess it's hard to
Yeah.
like keep in your mind. So.
I watched the theatrical, not the director's cut, because I didn't want to like make my mind explode.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I could say about it. It's just okay.
Wait, Donnie Darko? Which one? Theatrical?
Both. They're just okay.
Oh,
Like a
dang.
I'm probably never gonna see it because I got the ending spoiled for me.
Watch it.
Thanks, Watch
It's
Mojo.
good. Well, wait. Okay, was that like one of their top 10 spoilers videos or something?
No, it's like I was just kind of watching a video like casually because usually like when I watch one, I gotta get into that spicy goodness. But like all of a sudden I just kind of turn over and then I just see the ending of Donnie Darko. I'm like, oh god dang it.
I got The Force Awakens spoiled,
God
but
dang
didn't
it.
stop me from taking my fat ass to the theater.
Well, you got it spoiled in the dumbest way possible.
Yeah, some girl at my bus stop said like, "Oh, wait, you all have seen The Force Awakens, right?"
Yes.
Everyone see, I can say. It. And I was like, "Oh, you bitch!"
I haven't seen it.
Wait, really? Oh damn!
We want.
Mark went off.
Oh really?
Yeah, shit.
I might have to
Rest
get
in peace.
Okay, so
Okay.
next topic, and we've all. That one
Most of
guy
us.
that one guy is out for the moment because he hasn't seen this. So I started like, since you probably won't have anything to say about it, I was like putting back on layers. So the next movie we're going to talk about is a movie I'm pretty passionate to talk about because I loved it, and that is Isle of Dogs. I love dogs.
We get the idea. You're looking for your lost dog spots. Does anybody know him?
No. Wherever he is, we'll find him. We're a pack of alpha dogs. You're Rex.
I'm an indoor dog.
You're King.
Spots. He's nowhere around here.
You're Duke.
Or somebody spoke his language.
You're Boss. I think the little pilot's got a screw loose. I'm Chief. Nobody's giving up around here ever. Wow. Isle of Dogs. Rated PG-13.
Can we
It's
spoil it?
No.
Aw.
well, okay. It's my favorite movie of the year, and it's probably gonna stay like that for a while because I love it. I love dogs.
Okay, so
I'm gonna give you all a drum roll real quick. It was okay.
I can respect that.
It's okay. It's not bad. It's good, actually. I didn't mean okay. It's good. It's not great though. It's not amazing, but it's good.
Like you said,
I
like
heard
a
some
7 out of
people-
10 for you is like high.
Sometimes for me, that's pretty high. Some people criticized and called the writing like terrible though.
Yeah, they call
I
it
just
racist.
kind of find
It's
that
like,
like
there's no point.
no, I'm not talking about like some of that stuff. I'm like, as much as I love Ralph the Movie Maker, I don't think I've hated a review of his as much as his opinions for Isle of Dogs. I could never understand why someone would call the writing in the film terrible.
I don't think the writing's terrible. I just think it's a bit like it's a lesser Anderson, if you know what I mean.
Understand.
It's a lot less charming.
Sure.
It's a lot less charming,
I
and
can-
it's like harder to take conveniences
I
with
do,
the amount of
like Chief
sarcasm as his other films.
Yeah, I can understand that, but I wouldn't agree with it. It's just kind of like my personal view of it.
Writing wise, honestly, I think the best part was like Chief's character arc.
Yeah, same here. I thought that was awesome too.
Your boy Bryan Cranston.
Yeah. Not Brian
Heisenberg
Covington.
plays a
Cranston, spelled
That hates
differently.
everybody.
Can we talk about the worst character? The character who has no right to be in the film, Tracy.
Fuck you! Which is
We're
Tracy
ending
again.
this and we're starting
Greta
with
Gerwig's character.
The white girl
Is
that
she-
everybody's freaking out because she's a white girl. It's
What's
what
her-
people are saying, the
like
white
the
savior.
Big hair.
Yeah, the big puffy hair girl. The one who's like,
She did have a point. I swear she did have a point.
she
Because
did.
doesn't she like...
Warning, spoilers ahead. Mute your volume if you do not want to be spoiled.
She takes the serum and brings it to the hole.
Yeah.
but she's so
that's something.
pointless. That's the thing. It's like, they don't try fleshing her out. Like, she's on the screen for like, what, like 5 minutes in total? They don't try
Well, I mean,
fleshing
in
her
that
out.
case, if she's in the film for 5 minutes, is it that much of a problem though?
It is when she actually contributes that much to the film.
Like Darth Vader
When her-
in the Rogue One is like an example of people with wasted potential in a movie where it's
Oh, yeah.
like it advertises it so much and then it never shows it pretty much. And
Not
then,
really. But they didn't advertise her that much in the trailers.
yeah,
They're just
but
Darn it. I've got a crush on you.
that's it.
that okay, I must admit that part's kind of dumb.
Well, I mean, it was just meant as like a joke or something. It wasn't.
I think it actually works quite well. I wouldn't agree with that.
Isn't she like a teenager in the movie?
She's an exchange student. What a girl.
I couldn't really tell, honestly.
I got a poster for it actually at the screening. They gave us posters and dog tags.
Oh man.
Give it to me. Oh, can I talk about my screening? I think Brian, you probably know about
Yes.
this, but I got invited by my friend to go to an outdoor screening in the city,
That must
and you get to like sit on and it it was great because like you get to sit on beanbags and like the weather was perfect, and the best thing about it is people were allowed to bring their own dogs to the movie. And it was a really fun experience. I'd never done it before, but it was really enjoyable. Plus, sometimes a lot of the quiet scenes, you just hear like a dog barking in the background.
To be honest, that actually sounds pretty cool.
It actually is. It was a lot of fun.
The music is amazing.
Oh yes.
Yes, I love the music.
Yes.
I Won't Hurt You is like amazing.
And the score.
The score like reminded me a lot of just indie drumming for some reason. It gave me Whiplash vibes, honestly. I'm not even joking.
Alexandre Desplat is a goddamn master. I'm so glad he.
Didn't he did Call Me By Your Name, right?
No, I was
he
sucking, boy.
Oh, Phantom Thread. God damn it.
that was
I'm sorry.
John Greenwood, Phantom Thread.
Dang it. Which one did he do?
The Shape
then?
of Water, I think.
Shape of
Dang
Water.
it. Okay. I got 3 nominees, Ryan.
Okay,
Film
Sophia.
Twitter just I'm gonna be like destroyed on Film Twitter tomorrow.
Okay, oh my god. Sufjan picked and did 2 of the songs in Call Me By Your Name.
So yeah, I love Dial of Dogs. It lived up to all my expectations. Actually, I didn't know how to feel that the pacing was just like literally like so quick. You just have to like fully pay attention to it. But that's one of the things that like helps you get into it, and I love that. I love how it was in there, I guess. But it was just that I didn't know how to feel about it first, but eventually I got used to it. I don't know. I guess that's a stupid thing to bring up. I don't know. But the voice acting. One of the things I love about when Wes Anderson does animated movies, which is not saying much because there's only 2, is that it's not celebrities just voicing the characters. It's like they're actually acting in it, which is why Bryan Cranston, Liev Schreiber, and in my opinion, Greta Gerwig are all great as their characters in it. Like you just see these characters.
Yeah.
Real quick, another part of my criticism was easily the fact that it's basically one of the most blatant parallels of America in 2016 ever. It's not subtle, and the thing is, like, I brought up the issue of it has these social ideas and these problems, but it has absolutely nothing to say about it. And I was told, oh, doesn't Three Billboards have the same thing? But Three Billboards never attempts to focus on the problems. It just has that, like, okay, it's kind of a thing, but we're not focusing on that. That's not the main focus. Like, one of the main focuses of I Love Dogs is, oh, the dogs are all getting deported. What are we going to do now?
Oh, yeah. I do like that scene, kind of, where, like, Trash Island is a great, like, set to put them in. It's, like, a great way to see how they can interact with the world of some... You get what I mean.
I'll say that's an interesting perspective, but I never really saw the parallels. Maybe it's because I'm not American or I don't live in America. But anyway.
It's more privileged for American boys.
Imagine this: Wes Anderson doesn't like Trump, I guess.
Yeah, he doesn't like Trump. Kobayashi is Trump.
The whole film was just made by Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know, I don't like this Trump guy. I'm going to make a whole movie about him.
Just one last thing about Isle of Dogs, my theater story. Mm-hmm. There wasn't anything like really bad that happened in my theater. It's just that everything that was going on in it proved that people just think that just because it's animated, it's for kids. Yeah. There were kids in my theater. Even though it's PG-13, and if you saw the trailer, you know that's probably pretty depressing. So you want a kid who probably is just like, I don't want to watch this depressing stuff. Let's go home and watch Paw Patrol.
Yeah, it's like that. Well, the thing is, like, you look at like a lot of the, you know,
which is understandable.
Like,
kids don't
really, they won't pay attention. They'll just be like, "Oh, cute dogs. It's rated G. It's rated PG."
Even though, this isn't a spoiler, but Bryan Cranston's dog straight up pulls a Mike Tyson and bites a dog's ear off in the first 15 minutes.
And I love that scene. It's like,
same.
Yep,
by the way, just saying, this isn't really a spoiler either. But there's literally a kidney transplant in the movie.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, and it's not like, oh, they're doing it like behind the screen. No, they show it. They show like them like it being dissected.
I like killing their scene.
And there's another one too, but I don't know if it's a spoiler or not.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably is, but it's just that. But yeah, there were kids behind me who looked like they were about like 6.
Yeah, like, there were children walking out of the theater with their parents. They seemed about, like, 5. I'm like, you shouldn't be here.
It's probably not as bad, because I remember when... Hey, anyone remember Sausage Party?
Oh yes.
Well, I remember when that movie first came out, like, all the reviews were like, oh, when I went to my screening, there were, like, tons of kids there. It's not as bad as that, but still, you should probably know that this is going to be, like, a sad movie that kids probably wouldn't enjoy watching, which, I mean, kids don't like stuff that's, like, depressing and sad. So it's just like, just don't take them. Get a damn babysitter. And also, it's not just that. Do you want to one of the trailer? Like, before the movie started, they played the trailer for the Grinch, the Illumination Grinch.
Yes, and that.
Ew.
So it was honestly kind of awkward to go see a movie where where the trailers had both 8th Grade and the Grinch.
Yeah, 8th Grade, Deadpool 2, and the Grinch.
Yeah, my trailer for, like, The Grinch, and there was another one where I was... Oh, Super Troopers 2.
Oh, same, yes.
Ew, gross.
I mean, well, granted, that's Fox Searchlight, so...
Well, at least
I actually thought that would be a direct-to-video sequel. Wait, are you telling me, like, is Super Troopers 2, like, actually getting a theatrical release? That looked like a direct-to-video sequel.
I got a trailer for it in the theaters, so...
Yeah.
Assuming so.
Oh my
God,
God,
like,
no.
One of the, like... You know, when you go into a theater, they have those, like... things set up for movies, like promotional box things or whatever that you can interact with. There's one for Super Troopers that was literally a direct ripoff of a Starship Troopers poster.
Well, I mean, I think that was the point.
Yeah.
But the thing was, another thing about my Isle of Dogs screen, I thought that there was only going to be, like, maybe half full at best. I went in, it was fucking packed.
There was only, like, 3 other people in my theater.
Oh, I mean, like, there were people who were, like, struggling to get seats. There were, I mean, like I said, there were kids. They were, like, the theater was, like, mostly filled by the time I was able to get my fat ass in there.
Dude, Wes Anderson's movies are always packed. It's
I
like,
mean,
it's really nice to see that, though, because it's like, wow, people actually sometimes care about quality.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also,
And also, it's not like a sequel or a remake or a
It's not
Marvel superhero 2500.
yeah, but and also, I would just be like, oh, I'm so glad it's making money. But I mean, then again, my theater for Mother was mostly filled up, and that movie bombed like badly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I mean, like there was a difference
Unless
between.
it's called Bottle Rocket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But nobody likes Bottle Rocket.
How
Ouch.
dare you? How dare you? I love Bottle Rocket.
Haven't seen it.
Want to hear a joke?
What?
It's not.
Oh, that's definitely a joke. No, I'm assuming it isn't though.
It's okay. It's lesser Wes. It's probably the worst Anderson, but
it's
simply because
The
he
worst
doesn't.
Wes Anderson movie is Life Aquatic.
You bastard!
I love Life
I haven't
Aquatic, but
Okay.
from what I've
Okay,
seen,
that's your
I
opinion.
haven't seen it in a while. I haven't seen
Okay,
it. I've
wait.
been wanting to rewatch it recently because I felt like I was a little harsh on it initially, but I remember it just not having like nearly as much
well,
charm
Rotten
as,
Tomatoes gave it
his
like a
other stuff.
rotten rating too.
Yeah, it had like 56% or something, and like
That's
I said,
not
in my
a terrible score, but
Like
yeah.
I said in a tweet, but I respect different opinions. But for some reason, the thought of a Wes Anderson movie like getting really shitty reviews kind of makes my skin crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean,
hate
54.
happiness.
Like 54 isn't like that's not a terrible score. That just kind of meant a lot of people were like either loving it or hating it.
It's still a lower rating than the 2016 Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
71%
that's the problem. By the way, on the topic of that, check out Quentin Reviews. His video on Ghostbusters is very good. By the way, just want to also shout out. I started watching Quentin Reviews recently. High quality stuff. I love his stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah,
check out Quentin Reviews.
And also one thing, Jack, I just want to bring up before we go back to talking about Disney. It's just that I saw that you gave Life Aquatic 2.5. I respect your opinion. I'm just curious. What were your problems with it?
Okay, again, I haven't seen it like in 2 or 3 years, but I just remember it just like I felt like some of the interactions felt slightly forced, and again, like here's the thing, like again, it's a beautiful looking movie, and some of the comedy works, some of the comedy really doesn't work for me. Performances range from fine to good. Again, I haven't seen it in such a long time that I can't really comment on it.
All right. So one last question: would y'all recommend Isle of Dogs?
Yes. Not. Well, I mean, don't take your kids unless your kids are probably more mature and can.
I'd say maybe like 12, 13, if that'd probably be the age.
But if you've seen any other movie by Wes Anderson, like if you've seen Grand Budapest Hotel, Moonrise Kingdom, Fantastic Mr. Fox, and you like his style and what he does, you're definitely gonna like the movie. I recommend you go check it out, especially since it's starting to expand. If you're not,
and especially if you're not like trying to get triggered by not racial problems.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, racism didn't stop Lost in Translation from being great. Plus, that movie's not racist in my opinion, but whatever.
Yeah. But Sam Rockwell, he says the N-word. He's racist.
I don't know about you guys, but to me, this year's been starting off a little.
Oh yeah. Have you guys seen Day of the Dead Bloodline? I mean, oh my god.
Masterpiece.
I know, right?
I fucking hate all of you. I fucking hate you so much right now.
Hurricane Heist, Cloverfield Paradox, Mute, Open House, Insidious,
Kickboxer Retaliation.
God.
Yeah.
It's
been like shitty to mediocre.
There have been some gems like Isle of Dogs, Game Night. I missed out on Annihilation, Thoroughbreds, Love Simon.
Remember Gringo?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say like Gringo was like really hyped up for me, and I thought it was gonna be good, but it just turned out bad.
It just looked like nothing special whatsoever from the trailers.
There's an Australian movie that came out this year that I really like called Sweet Country, which nobody's ever gonna see.
Wasn't that
but
last
it's good.
year?
That was like late last year, but it's like it got its full theatrical release this year. But it was really good. I would recommend it. Sam Neill's in it.
Yeah. I also missed out on A Quiet Place. I'm planning on seeing it next weekend.
It's nothing special.
Oh damn! Hot take.
Hot take. I don't like Quiet Place. I'm just saying it now. I'm gonna get. Yeah.
It didn't look good. I'm gonna be honest. It didn't look good.
I thought the advertisement, like the way they were setting up, I'm like, wow, this could actually be like a creative idea where it's like the whole film is silent. Wow, great. No, let's just put annoying music and jump scares in it.
Oh,
okay,
fuck.
that was my.
It just felt like a middle finger.
That was my biggest problem because I knew the concept and it's like they gotta stay quiet or else they're gonna die. And I was like, it can go either one way or two ways. It's either gonna be laughably bad with horrible characters that you can't connect to because there's no development to them, because there's no dialogue, or
there's
it's gonna
that.
be
There's that.
And it definitely seems like the other. It's gonna be pretty bad.
Okay, I didn't hear the second option that you had.
It would probably be a great subversion of the genre, and that it uses music and visuals to build tension in scenes.
Yeah, exactly what I was hoping for. Didn't get it.
Oh my god! And I mean, look, the trailers made it seem like the kids. It's all the kids who are doing all this shit. Like, oh, the parents aren't doing this. It's the kids who topple over the lantern and it like blows up. And it's the kids who are like, they're making noise. The fucking like 7-year-old, I'm pretty sure already knows not to make noise, plays with the fucking train or some shit.
Yeah, like,
right?
Okay, I've already made a meme with my friends with one of the trailers because we think it's like so god awful. It's like the one of the old man where he's like all quiet and they're like, no, don't scream, and then he just screams out loud. Yeah.
That one?
Yes.
There's I won't spoil anything, but there's a scream that happens like that again, and it feels so like, it feels like they're trying to scream but also holding back, and it sounds hilarious.
Oh god, I'm worried. Oh god. I'm worried.
Again,
now.
not spoiling, but the second time they do it, it's just unintentionally hilarious.
I'm worried to see it now. I'll see it.
Is Emily Blunt at least good? Because people are like, oh my god, Emily Blunt is so good in this movie.
She's good. She's fine. I mean, she's always good. But, like, for this, it's like, she's good. She's, like, one of the only things I'm like, yeah, sure.
What about Jim from The Office? Does he totally fit? Or
I was completely surprised to find out that he was Jim from The Office. He's good. Like, good to fine. The kids are fine. The issue with the film isn't the acting. It's more of, like, how not subtle it is.
Execution.
Yeah, execution. I'd say, yeah, that's what really failed for me.
Ham-fisted.
Yeah, ham-fisted.
Okay, so there's a kid from Wonder who's in a quiet place. One, I really don't like Wonder anymore. Because I thought there's, like, something special about it, and it was, like, a good kid's film. But now it's just, like, cringy, and, like, no need to be a movie.
So it wasn't wonderful?
You didn't like the whole scene that's set in Minecraft in Wonder?
Oh, yeah.
What?
that was, like, one of my main
There's a whole scene.
There's a whole scene where they're, like, trying to, Here, I'll explain
I gotta see this.
Kid logs onto Minecraft. Kid who kid hates logs onto his server. They talk and they make up. The end.
But they don't talk like through Skype. No, they're talking in like the Minecraft chat.
Yeah.
And I remember I was sitting in the theater and I had to put my hands over my face because I was practically screeching. It was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. Like
it was like you were an extra in a quiet place. Or it's like you were in a quiet place.
You're the old man in the quiet place where you just kind of broke out after it. You're just like, ah!
Minecraft.
You know, it
was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I already had like the worst movie going experience of my life when I went to go see it.
Oh, what happened?
Like I said, these kids were like kicking my seat and talking. Then I told them to be quiet, and then at the end of the movie, the mom comes up and calls me a disgrace because I told them to be quiet during the movie.
Damn.
Disgraceful.
Okay, I know this was a thing that we came up with on the second episode, but who do you guys think should, instead of Jimmy Kimmel, host the Oscars next year? And I made a complete joke out of it, but, you know. Like, I want to see someone, like, original and doesn't make everything all political.
We need Taika Waititi to host the next Oscars.
Dude, Taika Waititi, man.
Was that an anti Taika Waititi sign?
I like Taika Waititi, but I think he works. I think he works better on a smaller scale.
I think the
honestly.
only Taika Waititi movie I've seen is Thor Ragnarok. I almost said Thorn.
Do yourself a favor.
Shame.
Yes. You do
Shame
yourself
on
a favor. Do yourself a favor.
That's
and
me
watch,
too.
Watch Hunt for the Wilder People and watch What We Do in the Shadows, because What We Do in the Shadows is like the funniest film of like the past decade.
It's amazing.
You got seriously like I think like
Oh,
my favorite
and Green
comedy from the
Lantern.
Guardian doesn't not directed. But seriously, What We Do in the Shadows is like my favorite comedy
that's
from
right,
like the
that's
past
right.
10 years.
Have any of you guys seen Boy?
Boy.
Yeah, that's alright. It's good.
Boy.
It's a good one.
Oh wait, actually, wait. What is that?
It's a Taika
That's
Waititi
another.
movie.
Yeah. Taika
Oh,
Waititi.
yeah, that. Gotcha.
I haven't
It's
seen all of
good.
his movies. I've seen most I've seen in the Shadows and Forward. All the movies after that.
I recommend Hunt for the Little People because it's so good.
I'm sure the World of People. It's good.
Yeah, it's really good. I love it. The only movie of his I haven't seen is this first film he did called Eagle vs. Shark. I heard it's
Shark. I
good.
haven't seen that either.
I want to see it, but also because I love Jermaine Clement as well. But yeah, it looks good. Also, his show that he's on called Flight of the Conchords, I still need to see.
Oh, yes. I love Flight of the Conchords.
Yes.
I wish Louis C.K. could host the Oscars.
No.
Just for the crowd.
No.
Hey, you know, do you remember that one time I was in the back of a limousine?
That would honestly
Yeah,
be funny if they just
that-
like bring out all the people that moviegoers hate now because of what they've done, just put them out to host the Oscars just so they all get embarrassed.
Except Harvey Weinstein. Just throw him in a fire.
You see Louis?
Somebody comes out with like a furnace and they're like, "Do you want to see a magic trick?" And they just pull out Harvey Weinstein. They're like, "No!"
We're gonna make this fat man disappear.
You know who should actually host the Oscars? Dave Chappelle. He would be a
Oh,
great.
that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, okay, that one I would legitimately.
No, we need Timothy Chalamet, aka Lil Timmy Tim, to
Yeah,
host
Lil
the,
Tim.
to host the Oscars.
To be fair, we should get Bill Burr to host the Oscars.
Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Bill Burr, not Bill Murray.
Oh
Bill
my
Burr.
god, dude, that'd be awesome.
Okay, so I was on the toilet, and I was like, damn, that's a big shit! That shit is so big! And then my wife, she was like, baby, I want to go somewhere I've never been. And I was like, go to the kitchen, you fucking cunt! I love Bill Burr. He's a beautiful man, and y'all should never judge him.
He does dabs and starts singing Lil Pump songs.
And yeah, I love Bill Burr too. And I love F is for Family. If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
Oh god.
Okay, I'll leave now.
He's a
If you haven't,
No.
every Bill Burr is so good.
he's a fucking magic man, okay?
Mark, for the SFS thing for Josh's channel, didn't you like put one of Bo Burnham's songs in your short film?
Oh, yeah.
I think Bill Burr's actually against the Oscars, so I think he did like a rant video on them. So.
We need to get Sick Boy to host the Oscars.
Oh my god, yes. No.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick, have y'all seen the 10-minute rant that Bill Burr did? It's the most beautiful thing ever. He had this show in Wisconsin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd was like really PC. They weren't digging what he was saying, so he just like for the last 10 minutes of the show, he just said "fuck it," and he just started insulting like every part of Wisconsin. He was like, "You fucking football players suck. You fucking beer sucks. You women suck." And then he just went on this 10-minute rant, and it was beautiful. And the crowd was like counting down with him to like the time when the show was over. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
I'll watch it soon.
I'll
Link
have to
it.
look at that.
Like,
So
Brian, find it and then
Plink it.
Oh yeah, I'll look for
Did
it.
you say link it or plink it?
Link it.
Plink it, Mr.
Plinkett
Plink it.
review. Yeah, Mr. Plinkett reviews, but I was
Star Wars The Last Jedi was the biggest disappointment since my unborn son.
Oh my god, guys.
Take my wife. I went to Applebee's.
This movie is a bigger mistake than my son. Guys, today I went to the market and I got my Twinkies, so I decided to watch Ghostbusters.
It was the
Half in the bag.
Half in the bag.
This movie's a bigger disappointment since my son.
It's so dumb.
You do it the best.
Wait, me?
Yeah, you do it the best.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I've been working.
They went to Applebee's. They went to
Oh
Applebee's.
my god.
So anyway, any final thoughts on Isle of Dogs?
It's a great movie. I love it.
It's so good. Like, if you don't like it, like, what's wrong with you?
If you don't like it, you obviously support Trump.
Krimes, you're a Trump supporter.
I'm
If
a
you
Bernie
don't-
Sanders supporter.
You're
Thank
a
you.
Harvey Weinstein supporter. Like, get out.
You're just racist.
Your favorite
You're just
actor
a
is Kevin
cis,
Spacey.
white,
Get out of
racist
here.
male.
Yes.
I'm Mexican, though.
Anyway, so,
you're exempt from criticism now.
I know.
Anyway,
So-
I get my pass.
okay, so yeah, like I was saying, 2018's been getting off to a rocky start. I'm glad that Isle of Dogs came out save it. I'm looking forward to any other movies that I'll save 2018 by the time the year's over. And Wes did it again. He's probably my second favorite filmmaker at this point. I just love him so much.
for me, okay, my top three directors, actually no, top two directors are Wes Anderson, then Stanley Kubrick. Because I think just those movies...
Did you say living?
No, just...
You said living,
No,
and it
I
was
didn't.
like Stanley Kubrick, and I'm like, what?
I didn't say living.
Stanley Kubrick is still alive!
He's in the Bermuda Triangle
With JFK and Tupac! Mandela died in prison! It's always been Berenstein!
Oh my god.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say living. I swear. Oh, God.
This is already better than the first three.
Oh god, this is great. Okay, let's see. Y'all want to talk some movie news? I got some movie
Wait.
No.
I actually want to ask you guys a question. You can think about this one for a while, but I got a question for you. This is going to be the most pretentious film Twitter question and I hate to ask it. But what is, in your opinion, your favorite and your least favorite film made by A24?
That
Okay,
I've seen.
Rocket, you go first.
Okay. So, first one, my favorite is Moonlight, because it's amazing.
Okay.
Then my least favorite, I need to go to my A24. Probably Ex Machina.
Really?
No, I don't know.
My favorite is Good Time. My least favorite, well, A24, they're putting their movies together. Their movies are so good that it's like I haven't seen like any of their shitty ones like Tusk or
I
Tusk
hear
is a guilty
Lackey
pleasure.
isn't that good.
wait, what?
Tusk is a guilty pleasure. I'm just saying.
But my least favorite is probably Ex Machina, but I still love it. It's just that I don't love it as much as the rest. Actually, I think at this point, maybe Room is my least favorite, but I still like it a lot.
All right. I'm gonna be the pretentious one here.
Go ahead.
Killing of a Sacred Deer, Moonlight, The Lobster are my tied for number one. My least
massive respect. Just saying, massive respect.
Yes.
Killing a Sacred Deer is
My
my
least
second
favorite.
favorite.
All right, my least favorites have to be Tusk, The Sea of Trees, and Locke. I cannot get behind Locke. I'm sorry if any of you like
wow.
it.
I was gonna say Locke is like one of my favorites, but I can understand why you wouldn't like it. I was gonna say, so my favorites are like my runner-ups for my favorites: Under the Skin, The Lobster, Good Time, Enemy, Killing the Sacred Deer, It Comes at Night, Swiss Army Man, Ghost Story, and Ex Machina. Sorry, that's a long list. My favorite, and I think the only film of theirs that they've done is, which I think is perfect, The Vitch. I think it's what I hate using this word because it's so overused, but it's probably one of the only films of theirs that I could consider to be a masterpiece. It is the only film of theirs I consider to be a masterpiece.
Wait, can I say some of my runners up?
Sure.
Some of my runners up: Moonlight, American Honey, Swiss Army Man, A Ghost Story, Spring Breakers, and Green Room.
Okay, I guess I'll just put my runner-ups then, because I think Moonlight, Killing of a Sacred Deer, and Lobster are like just my favorites. They're not like runner-ups or anything. My runner-ups had to be Good Time, Florida Project, 20th Century Woman, Under the Skin.
My runner-ups are Lady Bird, Good Time, The Disaster Artist, A Ghost Story, and maybe Green Room. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
So I'm just gonna say my least favorite ones. So I've only seen like 5 of their crappy ones. Like so there's like Blackcoat's daughter, which is in the middle for me. I am not a fan of Green Room. Okay, there are things I like about it, but for the most part, I found like it just very gratuitous and kind of boring.
Our Blue Ruin is way better than Green Room, honestly.
I actually want to see Blue Ruin.
It's really good.
Other than that, While We're Young, it's not that great. Mars from America was boring. But my least favorite of the ones, I'm sure there are worse, but the one that I probably liked the least and thought it was genuinely just bad. Have you guys seen The Bling Ring? The Bling Ring?
No.
Yeah, a lot of people like put that up there with their best. Like, I'm sorry, like the characters are insufferable. The direction sucks.
Well, you expect Paris Hilton's in it.
Yeah, but but
I love Sophia.
And like I feel very mixed about Sofia Coppola. She's made movies I liked and movies I think suck, but there are even these cameos in the movie that last literally like 3 seconds. Like they're at a club and they go, "Hey, look, it's Kirsten Dunst," and then they show Kirsten Dunst for 3 seconds, not even like saying anything. Then they cut back to them. The characters are all extremely obnoxious and overbearing. I don't like any of them. Like, there's not a single likable protagonist in the entire film, and it's just, there's like not even really much of a good narrative to it. It's like, oh, we're going through these houses, like they have lots of rich stuff. Let's go back to this house. They have more rich stuff. Let's do it again for like 3 more times. Oh no, we're gonna be arrested in like the last 10 minutes.
I totally care about it. It didn't look good at all from the trailers. It just looked really annoying to say anything.
Yeah,
like,
it is. It's annoying.
It's
like I guess the only thing I liked about it is that I kind of liked the cinematography and maybe some of the editing, but other than that, it's just the characters are insufferable, and I don't like Emma Watson as an actress either. She's good at Harry Potter, and her cameo in This Is the End was funny. That's it. I don't think I've liked anything else she's done.
What about that 2017 completely necessary Beauty and the Beast remake?
Have you heard her singing in that movie? It is god awful.
It is so beautiful.
It's so auto-tuned. It's like you can't even listen to it because like the auto tune is like it makes it sound just like nails on a chalkboard.
Oh yeah, Beauty and the Beast. Okay, modern Disney does not have good music. Actually, Moana, I think, is probably the most serious offender of it, and people are like, "Why? Moana is so good." But
except you're welcome.
I wanna be shiny.
Is the fact that it's traditional sounding music. They use traditional instruments, but they undercut the fact that they went that extra effort to have traditional music and sound and vocals by adding auto-tune and like fucking techno shit, and it's annoying and it's horrible. I don't see enough people like actually talk about it, but it just feels so like unnatural. Like it's like you want to show this culture that's never been showed on film before, yet you don't have the balls enough to show it in full form. You have to cut it in half. You have to make it available for everybody to listen to it. It's annoying.
Hey guys, can I just say something real quick? Do you guys remember who voiced the big crab villain? Jermaine Clement.
Oh, was it?
Oh,
really?
Yes, that was. I think that was.
No, dude, David Bowie died when it was out.
No, that doesn't mean just because he died when it was out doesn't mean he was in the production before he.
True.
Just gonna say, I love Jermaine Clement. Oof, God,
yeah,
he's a god.
Everyone does. I mean, well, everyone who knows who he is does apparently.
Talking about Disney movies now.
It's appropriate that we're getting Disney movies because I have a certain Disney movie I watched last night that I want to bring up. But what do you guys specifically want to talk about with Disney?
Can we talk about The Lion King?
Can we talk about how corporate they are?
We talk about how they're running everything.
Can we talk about like how Wreck-It Ralph 2 is going to be the emoji movie with Wreck-It Ralph?
I wouldn't go that far.
I liked Wreck-It Ralph a lot.
Same.
I liked it too, but this new one just looks like...
How do you do, fellow kids?
It's like Disney is the corporate entity that like everyone is scared of at this point. Yeah, it's just that I know I'm probably going to sound pretentious when I say this, but it seems like at this point they just want to make the same movie over and over again. Well, I mean, especially, in my opinion, with the Marvel stuff, because most of the Marvel stuff, to me at least, most of it just feels like the same thing over and over again, except for like Thor Ragnarok or Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, because like the thing is with the common like Disney trope is that that's probably the best way to play it, is to play it safe.
Yeah,
But the other thing is that that annoys me about it. If it's like a traditionally, if it's a CGI animated movie made by Disney, it's gonna make money. So they really have no excuse not to make it as good as possible.
Well, like the good thing about the animated Disney movies is that they try to make it better, at least from all the flaws they got from the recent ones. So
what I mean, how sorry, could you explain that further?
I mean, like Toy Story, I can see how they kind of looked from the flaws and try to make a good sequel. And then,
sure.
They don't really continue to get better as they go on. I think Toy Story 2
also animation-wise, they get better.
Well, yeah, but that's to be expected.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. I wouldn't expect them to be doing hand-drawn animation today.
Okay, so take this. You have a shitty wall, right? There's holes in it. There's somebody was punching it earlier. There's stains and all. Now, just take a bucket of paint and paint over it. It's still a shitty wall, but it's a new cover of paint. That's all of the Marvel movies. That's most of Disney's animated movies too.
Well, my main problem with the Marvel movies is just I don't like the way where they're just gonna try to quip in every single one. Now they just try to be funny.
If they have the What Are Those joke, I'm scared as to what joke they're gonna do in Infinity War.
Hey, Thanos.
Hey.
Hey, Thanos, can you hit the dab and destroy everyone?
Hey, Thanos. Guess what? Guess what, Thanos? What? These nuts. Got him.
Hey, Thanos, you're stepping in some Burger King foot lettuce.
Number 15. The last thing you want is Thanos' arm in your lettuce.
The last thing you want in your Burger King burger is Dan Schneider's foot lettuce.
That might be what you get.
The Nice Guys 2?
The Nice Guys 2? What? Something that's never gonna happen? What?
Way to disappoint me.
Wait. I just want to say a comment on that. I don't know if this was correct or not, but I do remember seeing an article a while ago saying that they were going to make a Nice Guys TV show. However, going to be replaced with females.
I'm not sexist. It's just that it's
why? Just get Russell and Ryan back, okay? That's
actually,
all we want.
What's the show gonna be? They're just
make a sequel.
sex change?
I mean, Russell Crowe's going insane at this point, so maybe that's why. I don't know.
Nice Guys is a runner-up for the best comedy of the last decade.
Dude, I love The Nice Guys so much, and also the weirdest Hannibal Buress cameo I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, by the way, guys, I'm sorry to distract again. But Angori, Angori Rice in that film, right?
Yes.
Okay, here's a couple facts that I know about her. A, born in the same year. B, born and raised in the same city as me. 3, one of my music teachers at school is the uncle of Angori Rice. Yeah.
I took your guys' recommendation, well, mostly Brian's, and I watched Saving Private Ryan finally.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Hey, guys, I just want
to... It's terrific. The opening is one of the best war scenes in any movie.
Yeah, but I love the gritty tone.
I'm definitely the first person to have ever said that ever.
Don't check Letterboxd. Don't check the Letterboxd ratings for Saving Private Ryan.
Oh,
shit.
Let me guess.
Now.
You rated it 2.5.
No, it's 3, but you still liked it. What the heck?
Mark, knowing you, I'm assuming it's a 3.
3 out of 5. 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay, my problem is with Saving Private Ryan. I just didn't care by the end of it. It felt like it reminded me of 2049, or 2049 reminded me of Saving Private Ryan. It's a spectacle. Look at all these technical glories. Look at how the handheld works so well. Look at the explosions and the acting, and I'm just like, thank you.
The only thing I could probably see someone having a problem with in Saving Private Ryan is probably the shaky cam.
Okay, to be fair, I think that actually works for shaving Ryvan's privates. No, I think it works in that film.
Yeah, but it's just that shaky cam has always been a pet peeve of mine, and even in good movies, it's sometimes hard for me to
Yeah.
I didn't care about any of it. I didn't feel like there were stakes. I don't know whether or not those stakes were met, or if they failed. I was just like, okay, these are people. Dunkirk is a much superior war movie than Saving Private Ryan.
But that's PG-13 and it's all white people.
Yeah, I can't relate to this movie because there's too much white man.
Still, my favorite war movie is still Full Metal Jacket, but I think...
Oh my god, so many.
I think...
You can talk a golf ball through a garden hose.
Yes, but, like, I think war scene-wise, Saving Private Ryan takes the cake for me.
Well, yeah.
But I still really enjoy the Way City showdown in Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah. And Steven Spielberg is one of those people who it's like, he makes a great movie and he can make just something that's just average. I can't really think of any movie he's made that's like bad besides maybe Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
AI isn't good.
I haven't
AI
seen
is
it.
not good. The Lost World isn't very good either. I've heard 1941 is bad.
It has Julianne Moore though.
You guys, The Thin Red Line is the best war movie.
I still need to see that. I haven't seen a Terrence Malick movie.
My dad
I've only
loves The
seen
Thin Red Line.
Terrence Malick is like one of the most pretentious filmmakers ever.
I'm assuming that's going to be my opinion, to be honest.
I've seen two Terrence Malick movies. I actually do want to see. I do want to see The Thin Red Line though.
Okay.
Just see it. It's honestly like hilarious at points because if you've seen The Tree of Life, have y'all seen it?
No.
Okay.
No.
I watched like the first like 53 minutes or something. Some parts I loved. But I stopped during like the 30-minute creation sequence because I was just waiting for it to end.
It's beautiful. Okay, there's no other film in existence that has the fucking universe being created, and on top of that, the most pretentious ass monologues ever. I saw in a rose. I saw my mother's. I caressed her cheek.
I feel like I'd actually like Badlands and Thin Red Line, but.
I like, okay, so just gonna say, the two that I've seen is Badlands, which I liked quite a bit. Didn't love it, but I thought it was good. And the other one that I saw was Days of Heaven, which, like, 90%, it's just shots of fields. Show me something else. Okay, great, those crops look fantastic. I need some more subtext, please. Richard Gere looks amazing on that backdrop.
I love it.
That deer is a metaphor for capitalism.
The deer is a metaphor for Angela. Angela? Okay, nobody got that. Rest in peace.
Sorry.
And there was the subtext for that Leo DiCaprio was actually a furry.
He's talking about Angela Hayes. Fucking A.
Oh, I see. Damn it. How could I not get that?
I want to point out that I just threw out a joke that just went over your heads as well.
What is it? Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio's furry.
Yeah, the bear in The Revenant was subtext, because Leonardo DiCaprio secretly is a furry, and he likes Yif Yif.
Honestly.
Imagine if Leonardo DiCaprio was a voice in, like, Zootopia, then.
We should some popular opinion ever. The Revenant is bullshit.
Oh,
I disagree with you, but okay, what is your issues with The Revenant? Like, come on.
Let me get on this rant real quick. Okay, so The Revenant is one of the most pretentious pieces of shit ever. No, I'm exaggerating there, but it's
okay.
It's almost
no Days of Heaven. It's no Days of Heaven.
Okay, it's like at points it can be like Tree of Life bullshit. Okay, I love Tree of Life, but I can even admit that it's pretty bullshitty at times. Revenant is exactly like that. It's repetitive, over the top. Leo doesn't even do that good of a job, honestly. Unpopular opinion again. I don't think Leo is that good of an actor unless he is shouting.
Wolf of Wall Street.
I'll give you this. The cinematography is amazing. The direction is great. The acting from almost everybody except Tom Hardy is kind of bad. Almost non-existent. And it's so misleading because the original story is just, okay, they left him for dead. And he just crawled back into town. And that was the end of the real life story. But no, in this he has an Indian son, and he has to avenge his Indian son. Because it wouldn't be fucking interesting other than that. It's so just annoying. It's the best thing I could put in it. It tries to give some meaning to the scenes and the characters and the development and all that. It tries. But the thing that makes me even more annoyed about it is that it fails. It fails for the most part, like on a horrible level. And I think that's the worst part about The Revenant. Like, I wouldn't say it's the worst movie ever made, but I think it easily is one of the worst, best movies ever done.
That is an interesting perspective.
There's enough, there is stuff there. I'm gonna give the film that. There is stuff there. There's a lot of stuff there that just completely doesn't work. And that's it. Other than that, Jorginho has one of the best fucking track records ever. He's made a lot of favorite films. Moros Peros, Beautiful, and Birdman are fucking amazing.
I want to see Beautiful so badly.
Wait, what about Babel?
So good.
Okay, Babel is good, but it's not what I would say my favorite, Alejandro.
This is gonna sound like the most normie fucking thing ever, but the only ones I've seen are Birdman, The Revenant.
Those are the only ones I've seen also, so don't worry. You're not allowed here.
I really want to see Amoris Perros,
Yes,
21
that too.
Grams,
I wanna see
and
that.
Beautiful, and Babel.
I want to see all of his other stuff, but yeah.
Is masterful. Beautiful is my personal favorite from his filmography. It's incredibly depressing, but it's so good. And Javier Bardem gives one of the greatest performances from a male actor ever, in my opinion.
Great. Again, I love Javier Bardem, especially when he's good and not bad.
No Country for Old Men is so good.
Yes.
Pretty good. I believe that he was robbed from Best Actor when
Who won for that year? Who the hell won for that year then?
I'm pretty sure the guy was from The Artist. I'm not even sure if he got a nomination for actor.
No, wait, No Country for Old Men. That was 2008, 2007, and I remember that The Artist was 2011.
Oh yeah. No, I was talking about Beautiful. He won for.
Oh yeah.
He did. He won that.
Also wanted to ask you guys a question.
Yes.
Again, another really pretentious film nerd question, but favorite film directed by Denis Villeneuve?
Blade Runner or Prisoners, either one.
Blade Runner 2049, because it's the only one I've seen. Don't hurt me.
Bitch, please!
You have to see Prisoners. It is amazing.
Oh, fuck, I love Prisoners.
Criminal that Hugh Jackman didn't even get nominated.
He should have won.
I think it's even just horrendous that he didn't even get nominated, let alone won.
I'm sure the Academy doesn't even know that it exists. It was that year's Good Time.
Yeah.
Well, no, it got a nomination.
No, it did, yeah, because it got a nomination for cinematography, didn't it?
Wait, did it get nominated for Johan Johansson, Rest in Peace Man's score?
I think it got nominated for Roger Deakins cinematography.
Well, he finally won at least.
Yeah, well, there's that. But
my god, when Sandra Bullock fucking called his name, I was just I just wanted to applaud.
I've seen 7 of his movies because he's probably maybe my favorite director working today. He's certainly one of the technically best.
I've seen 4 of his movies. Sicario I really enjoy, but it's probably my least favorite just because I just love the other work of his that I've seen more. Arrival's fantastic. How in the fuck did Amy Adams... Wait, Amy Adams was in 2 fantastic movies that year. Did she get nominated for either of them?
Did she get nominated for a Golden Globe?
I think so. But then again, the Golden Globes don't mean jack shit, so what does it matter?
If you won a Golden Globe, I think you wouldn't say that.
Oh, maybe. And Prisoners and Blade Runner, I think, are both worthy of being... I use this term a lot, and tons of other people use this term a lot, but I think Blade Runner and Prisoners are both masterpieces.
That's one's fair to say.
And it's especially, I don't know which one I love more. I go back and forth, but probably, maybe Blade Runner?
I'm gonna be the one with the hot takes. I don't like Sicario. I think it's a fine film, but I just have no connection to any of the characters or any situation that happens. I could care less about anything. Okay, Sicario, it's probably the worst one from, it's definitely the worst one that I've seen from Villeneuve. Roger Deakins did an amazing job with the cinematography, but other than that, I don't think there's much to praise for it. I think after that, it would be Blade Runner 2049, also one of my least favorites from him. Technical spectacle. It doesn't have a lot. It's like The Revenant. It has some stuff to say, but honestly, it just doesn't know how to say it. Plus, it's incredibly muddled, and it feels like it has to meet this quota because original Blade Runner. Well, I didn't like the original Blade Runner. It feels more artful. There's meaning behind every single little detail, and it feels like you could just watch it again and again and again and get more details. After Sicario and Blade Runner, then my other one would have to be Arrival. It's pretty good, but I think the twist at the end could have done better, honestly. After that, it would have to be Prisoners. It's great. I love it. I love Prisoners. It's my shit. I love it so much. The score is fantastic. Hugh Jackman.
Yes.
Fuck Daddy Jackman, Daddy Gyllenhaal, and fuck Paul Dano. Oh my god, they were all so good. It's such a good movie.
Yes. And also, Viola Davis, whoever the old aunt or whatever her name is, she's good in it also.
Oh, but that's probably not Viola Davis's best performance. Her best performance is Suicide Squad. So
no, her best. How dare you?
I'm just fucking kidding. You think I'd actually praise Suicide Squad unironically?
My favorite scene in Suicide Squad is when she opens the door and kills everyone.
Okay, let me continue real quick. Incendies is after Prisoners. I think, these two other ones are on the same level as Prisoners for me. Prisoners, Enemy, and Incendies. I think Enemy is probably the best one out of those three, but I think Prisoners is second, and then Incendies is third. Those are the ones that I would
So, I've seen 7 of his movies, and if you don't mind, I'm going to go through worst to best. So my least favorite, though I think it's very good, is probably Insomnie. I think it's well done, and there's plenty of good sequences, but for me, I felt the runtime a lot. But again, I think it was good. It's just, I think it was well done, and that's kind of where I leave it. Arrival at number 6. It's great, but I felt very detached in some scenes. Same thing goes for Blade Runner 2049, but again, there's so much technical stuff in it that's incredibly impressive that, again, it's probably the best looking movie I've ever seen. There is, again, it would have been criminal if Roger Deakins didn't win for this movie, because this is one of the most technically impressive films I've ever seen. And number 4 is Polytechnic. The performances are amazing. It's gripping. It's very emotional too. And it's not just wallowing in its own misery. It's just incredibly intense and well done. And I think it's fantastic. It's also completely miserable as well though. So don't go in expecting something happy because it is miserable. Number 3 for me is Sicario. I actually think that though despite the characters are not very well fleshed out at points, I still think it's a fantastic movie. And I loved it. I went in with expectations thinking, yeah, it'll be good, but I loved it. I think some of the editing and cinematography combined with the music is so well done. I love how intense, incredibly especially just the opening is incredibly well done to me. Number 1 and 2 are for me very close together. I think maybe upon rewatch it might be a 5 out of 5, but number 2 is Enemy for me. I loved it when I first watched it, and then I couldn't just stop thinking about it. I think it's one of the most interesting films you'll ever see. So definitely watch it. It's so good. You get 2 Jake Gyllenhaals, which makes the film even better. If one Jake Gyllenhaal wasn't enough, you get 2. So why wouldn't you like it? And number 1 is Prisoners. I love this film so goddamn much. It's so good. Everything in the film is just so well done. I don't think I actually have a single criticism. There's an edit I don't like. That's my only criticism. There's an edit I don't like. That's it. I think everything else is just perfect.
Now I can't wait to go see more of Denis Villeneuve's work.
Oh, fuck, you son of a bitch.
You, how dare you?
I still need to see Enemy.
Watch it. It is so
I want
good.
to, especially since it's short, and I love Jake Gyllenhaal. He is daddy.
He's great. It's one of the most purposeful films I've seen since Killing of a Sacred Deer.
I would just say I would put Enemy and Killing of a Sacred Deer on the same level because those are two. I really felt like Killing of a Sacred Deer did not get as much credit because that film is so good. It is not only that, it is hilarious.
I tried watching it and it's I think the same thing happened to me with The Lobster where I got a little bit into it and I was just I'm not really. Well, I meant I just got 5 minutes in and I was this doesn't really grab me. Well, I know it's unfair, but I'll try and watch it some point. With The Lobster, I got 50 minutes in, and I was this doesn't really grip me as much as I wanted it to. So
again, the thing with The Lobster, you really have to be inversed with its dry humor. Cause I love dry humor.
I think it's just because it's not just dry. It's so. I think it's just because
it's the desert of dry.
Yeah, pretty much. I think maybe
to the point.
Judging. I know that's the point, but I think even then, I don't know. Maybe I'll give The Lobster another chance. Because I think if I give it another chance, I might actually enjoy it. But from what I can tell, I don't know 100% if Yorgos Lanthimos' work is probably 100% for me. But we'll see.
Yeah, I only watched the beginning of Dogtooth as well, and it didn't really grab me, but I'll get around to rewatching that.
One thing I'm wondering, like, who are some of your favorite filmmakers working today? Whether it be classic filmmakers that are still making movies, or just new filmmakers that are starting to make new stuff.
Wes Anderson, of course. Yeah.
Well, if you know me, you know my number one. So.
Yes.
PTA.
Yeah.
Do you mind? I'm just gonna throw mine out, and then I'm gonna have to go. But for me, probably PTA, the Coen brothers, Taika Waititi, Denis Villeneuve. He's only made one movie, but I'm incredibly excited to see what Robert Eggers will do in the future. The Safdie brothers, I've only seen 2 of their films, but both of them have been great to fantastic. Charlie Kaufman is like one of the best writers ever. Like Anomalisa is one of the best films I think ever. Sue me, but I think that is like one of the best films I think that I've ever seen. Yeah, those are just ones that come to my mind. Again, I'm probably going to forget a couple later on, but yep, those are my favorites, as well as like 20 other that I'm forgetting.
Jack, I'm curious about your like a ranking of PTA films, but I guess you're probably don't have enough time here.
I'll quickly just I don't have them, but
actually, I think you told me before, but here, go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting.
But I haven't seen Hard 8. My favorite is
great.
kind of like tied between Punch Drunk Love and Boogie Nights. Then maybe There Will Be Blood, Phantom Thread, The Master. What else has he directed?
Magnolia.
No, sorry. I put Magnolia above Phantom Thread. And then Inherent Heist at the bottom. I like it a lot, but it's nowhere near as smart as his other movies. And I haven't seen Hard 8, so I think that's all. All right, I gotta go. See you guys later. I will enjoy listening to this later. See you later. Goodbye.
I want to talk about my 5th favorite movie of all time with you, Brian, and my favorite movie of all time with you.
I forgot what your favorite movie is. The Graduate.
Yes.
Quickly, I need to put in my favorite living directors, or directors in general, first, by the way. My favorite directors who are living have to be Barry Jenkins, Harmony Korine, easily Harmony Korine, he's so good. Iñárritu, Yorgos Lanthimos. Oh my god, this is going to kill me. I'm really excited to see what Sean Baker does next after Florida Project. I don't think his previous work before that, Tangerine, was that good, but I think Florida Project is absolutely masterful. Wes Anderson is also another master. Martin McDonagh, I really love his work.
Yes.
I'm excited for Terry Gilliam. I really love his stuff.
Speaking of Terry Gilliam, I watched Brazil recently. It's pretty amazing.
Damien Chazelle is also one I'm definitely keeping an eye out for. Pablo Larraín, he's also another really great filmmaker. He has a very experimental style of using older filming techniques. Like he uses 8mm and 16mm to shoot his films. It's all pretty great. Spike Jonze, Steve McQueen,
Edgar Wright.
Edgar too, yes.
Definitely always excited for his films. Quentin Tarantino, Wes Anderson, the Coen brothers.
Despite the stuff that's happened
PTA.
with Tarantino recently, he's a great filmmaker.
Yeah. Wait, Mark, what about PTA?
I like PTA. Lars von Trier. Obviously Lars von Trier. Apelatif Kishish. He's the guy who directed Blue is the Warmest Color. He's great. He's looking forward to his new films. David Fincher. And I think I listed most of them. Charlie Kaufman, my bad. Taika Waititi. Definitely always looking forward to his films. Oh, Darren Aronofsky. There you go.
Mark, I have a question for you. What's your favorite work, either writer, director, anything of Harmony Korine's?
Harmony Korine's, I think writing. I think Kids is definitely one of his better films.
Kids is.
And that's having to do with the content that he focuses on and how raw and doesn't even give a fuck that the fact you're basically children. And I think it actually works even more because it is stuff that people did and people do. It's during the AIDS crisis. It's good.
Telly. He's the most villainous protagonist ever.
Well, I wouldn't say he's a protagonist. He's more of an anti-hero, if anything. I mean, he's the reason the whole plot happens because he's the one with AIDS, and he kind of spreads it to a lot of people. So ripperoni, then. Sorry if it spoils anything, but if you haven't seen Kids, you probably won't see Kids. And
I don't say it would spoil anything because it's the main aspect of the story.
Okay, in terms of my favorite filmmakers, actually, I think every single one in my favorite directors category And one I would throw in there, it's just I feel like if I throw him in there, it's going to look weird because of all the stuff he was up to. But I mean, one of my favorite filmmakers. I would put him in Working Today because he still makes movies nowadays, but he's only got one left and it's probably not going to be released anytime soon. But Woody Allen, I'd also throw in because I just love his movies. Say what you love about him as a person. I hate him as a person too. It's just that I love his movies so much. Annie Hall.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Midnight in Paris is also great. So is Blue Jasmine. And Stanley Kubrick. I also threw. I mean, obviously he's not Working Today. I'm just saying him and Woody Allen are like the only people I threw. The rest of them are ones that are Working Today, so this counts. So Paul Thomas Anderson, obviously number one if you know me. Wes Anderson, the Andersons pretty much. Martin Scorsese, Edgar Wright, Mark McDonagh. David Lynch is making movies nowadays. Danny Boyle.
Oh, yes. I need to see more of Danny Boyle's movies. Like, I want to see 127 Hours.
Quentin Tarantino, Coen Brothers, Villeneuve, Spike Jonze. If they can just make another fucking movie already. His last few attempts have been so hot, but I still love him. Spielberg.
Yeah.
Spielberg is one of those directors where it's like, since he doesn't write his movies, it's just... It mainly matters like what script he's going against. The problems that have been with like his last few movies, like his attempts were just the scripts. So if he's working with a great script, then you can probably get one of Spielberg's best. So Ryan Coogler wasn't too big on Black Panther, but I like every other one of Ryan Coogler's movies I've seen, which is Creed. But I want to see Station.
Nicholas Winding Refn.
Oh yeah.
Another one of
Yes. I love Nicholas Winding Refn. Even though I've only seen like one movie.
And also female director Sofia Coppola.
Yeah.
Lost in Translation's amazing.
Oh,
say what you love our other attempts.
I think Sofia Coppola's films have like Lost in Translation is the diamond in the rough, or like diamond in the mud for her case.
And Christopher Nolan also up there for me. Safdie's, Sean Baker, Guadagnino for sure.
Yes. Call Me by Your Name's easily becoming one of my favorites of all time.
It's already one of my favorites of all time. Michael Bay, David Ayer. Not just kidding.
Bright is my favorite movie.
I'd like to Splendid, because you made the best script in 25 years.
I mean, I've only seen Nocturnal Animals, but I'd love to see what Tom Ford does next.
Tom Ford.
International beat, I'm a conjo.
Guy, he's great. I love listening to him talk. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's interesting that he's both a fashion designer and a filmmaker. I haven't seen a single man yet, but Nocturnal Animals is one of my favorite movies of 2016.
They're pretty not disturbing. They're both depressing.
So, I have a list out, because I write down, like, top 10s in my notepad all the time. There are two that aren't working today, which are Stanley Kubrick and John Hughes, but the other ones are kind of basic, so I'm super sorry. Wes Anderson, Quentin Tarantino, Martin Scorsese, David Fincher.
I forgot about Fincher.
Paul Thomas Anderson, of course, Edgar Wright, Francis Ford Coppola, Sofia Coppola. From what I've seen, she's amazing. I want to see what Greta Gerwig does in the future. Steve McQueen is great. That's kind of it for right now. Woody Allen, maybe, despite him as a person.
Okay, and again, Sofia Coppola. Woody Allen is like diamond in the mud.
Yeah.
Like a lot of movies aren't good, but he has some really amazing ones. Somebody who makes a movie every single fucking year of his goddamn life.
And he's lived a long life, for sure.
Who?
Woody Allen.
Yeah.
He seems like he doesn't have much time left, and people probably don't care.
Yeah.
But it's like, he made some of the best movies almost ever.
Oh, and also, I forgot Damien Chazelle. And I've only seen Carol, but I just want to throw in Todd Haynes.
Okay, Todd Haynes, his best movie is Carol, but his other one I saw called Safe, starring Julianne Moore, it's also really good. I think the cinematography are always the best parts of his films, and it definitely speaks a lot for Safe because a lot of the movie is about building this atmosphere, and it works so well. The color correction and the saturation also builds this very uneasy type of atmosphere that really works to the film's benefit. I heard Wonderstruck was really bad, though. I heard like it was god-awful from a lot of people.
It doesn't look like it'd be like atrocious.
Okay, I have a few more. Martin McDonagh, another one that's not working today is Rob Reiner, I think. I don't think he's working anymore. And then James Mangold, he's great.
Who's the guy who directed It Follows? Robert Mitchell, right?
Making Under the Silver Lake, Alexander Payne. I like what I've seen from him.
What did he direct again?
Nebraska. I'm one of the few who thought that Downsizing was pretty good. Sorry.
I can see where you're coming from, but I kind of hate it.
Whatever, that's your opinion. A lot of people hated it.
It's whatever. It's meh for me at least. I think there's things that it like does well, and there's things that it doesn't do.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's just you and me now. Let's try to get people back in.
Oh, that one guy can't come back in. Oh my god. Every single podcast from now on is going to have someone who just drops out.
At least if you don't like a movie, you can just say, well, that's just like your opinion, man. If they hate it and you like it, you have the excuse to say that.
I don't want this to become like the last podcast where it was just us rambling about bullshit. And also, we were talking Disney earlier. We've been off topic from that for like, I think an hour.
Anyways, Disney. I freaking love Disney. I'm planning on watching and rewatching all the Disney movies.
Watch The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Okay.
Bro, that one's a masterpiece. I don't care what anyone says. Say what you will about the gargoyles, but I love it.
I really enjoy Ratatouille.
Oh, yeah? Well, I mean, that's Pixar, though.
Yeah, like Pixar and Disney. I'm watching and rewatching all of them. I adore The Lion King. It's second favorite Disney. Should we talk about Coco a bit? Because...
Sure. So what were your thoughts on Coco?
I thought it was great, but it didn't deserve, like, many of the awards that it got, like, Best Original.
Best Original Song should have went to Sufjan.
Well, of course. I mean, that song is beautiful and fits the movie perfectly.
Okay, I
don't know. Like, I need to rewatch Toy Story 3 because when I first watched it, I thought it wasn't as good as everybody thought it was. But now, like, looking back at all the stuff that it had, I think it looks better than I thought.
Yeah. So, a particular Disney movie that I watched last night because my friend wanted to, like,
Zombies.
cringe at it. Yeah.
I'm so sorry for your time.
I don't know what. It's just like I went over there because, my friend wanted to hang out. He was like, hey, do you want to have, like, a movie watching night? And I was like, sure. And then I stepped in and he was like, you don't watch the Disney zombie movies or the Disney zombies movie and make fun of it? And I was like, what the fuck did I just get myself into?
You should have just brought Boogie Nights. You're like, we're putting this in and we're watching it.
It's basically pretty much like a racism story, but with zombies and, like, people at high school.
Oh, God.
It's like they hate, like, the other people just because, well, I mean, and plus, they don't act like real, like, zombies. They're just, like, normal people with, like, makeup on. Sometimes the makeup, like, isn't even that on there. Like, sometimes the makeup just looks like this did in, like, 5 minutes, and, like, they didn't even want it. Like, they put no effort into making it look fully white or fully green on the hair. And also, the main character looks like the fucking Joker. But it's still a better Joker than Jared Leto.
Yeah.
He wasn't even, like, acting crazy. It was just, he just had green hair, and it's, like, still a better Joker than Jared Leto.
Yeah. Jared Leto, I wanted to see what he could do with the Joker, and I guess it fits one of the comics things that happened.
I don't care. I want to see what it is in a movie. I don't give a shit if that's how it was in the comics.
Yeah. I understand David Ayer kind of wanted to make it good, but he just stopped trying. Didn't he have something involved to do with, like, Training Day, I think?
Yeah, he wrote Training Day.
Which, I love the writing in that movie.
I still need to see that.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen bits and pieces, and the writing is great.
Yeah. And also, but getting back on that Disney Zombies movie, so pretty much the only thing making them like zombies or something is just how their makeup is done or something. They're not even like that subtle about it. Like they're literally just like casting them out and putting them on like different sides of school just because they're like a different color or something. It's not even like even that subtle at times. Like there's not a point where it's like they like say a racial slur towards them or something. But okay, that would have been odd in a Disney movie.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't get why Disney just wants to, like, now make live-action stuff that's straight to TV.
They've been doing that for a while.
Yeah, and they all turned out, like, really bad.
Yeah. It's all fucking trash.
We all know the best Nick straight-to-TV show that was actually PG-13 was Fun Size.
They actually made a PG-13 Nickelodeon movie. And I remember I was a kid and seeing that, and I was just like, wait, why are they saying bitch?
Why is there boob jokes in this?
And also, I'm not alone. Ralph Seppi also watches, apparently, because Ralph Seppi has a Letterboxd page. I don't know if it's the real Ralph, but there's a list called Movies of 2018, and Zombies is on there. He rated a 1. I rated a half star just based on how obviously shitty it is.
Yeah. Maybe it's the real Ralph, who knows?
Yeah, but it's like, obviously, since it's a Disney Channel original movie, it's obviously shitty, but even then,
yeah,
it's like, it's a musical, so out of nowhere, and it's like, the singing is all just, at times, fucking, like, bad. And also, the bad guy in the movie is like this, like, jock, like, the stereotypical jock kid He's like John Bender's long-lost cousin or something.
Oh, speaking of John Bender, have you heard the Molly Ringwald stuff that's been happening?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She went back and watched the Live at Time's Up movement. I don't know what they have to do with each other, but...
It's like, John Bender sexually harasses Claire in the movie. It's like, that's supposed to happen because John is like a horrible person.
Yeah. So, yeah, pretty much the bad guy in the movie is pretty much like John Bender. And the main girl in the movie has, like, white hair. Like, her abnormalities, like, she has, like, a little bit of white hair that she's hiding out. And I have no idea why in the fuck that's, like, so bad to people. Like, whoa, her hair is white.
Oh, no.
She's got a Lincoln Loud thing going on. Oh, shit, let's fucking beat her down and steal her lunch money.
Oh, God. This just sounds amazing.
No, they don't do that, but if it happened out of nowhere. I'm
Where's
not
my
saying
lunch money, Danny? Yeah.
But I mean, and it's like at the end, she like pulls off her wig and she has this like white hair. So I don't know why in the fuck people are like scared of it. It's like, and then there's this whole message on how like people hate people who are different, which in today's society is understandable.
Yeah.
Like, because that should happen to society. Why I don't know. But I'm not going to get political here. It's just that they try to do that, but they kind of, I don't know. It's a typical Disney Channel original movie, which means it's fucking garbage. But there's like such funny things to make fun of. Like at the end, I'm gonna fucking spoil it because what's the point of
nobody's gonna watch it anyway.
No one's gonna watch it. There was another person who watched. Well, there are a couple of people I follow who have watched. No, there's 7 people I follow who have watched it on Letterboxd. And so at the end, there's I can't even remember, even though I watched it last night. There was this competition going on, I think for like a cheerleading thing.
Oh God.
And there's these 3 judges. One of them is this dude who literally looks like he does not want to fucking be there. Like I think he has his head in his hands, like when you have like your hand on the side of your head or something. And his facial expression is just like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
Opening of
like,
The Graduate.
Like, please, just make an edit of the opening of The Graduate. That guy. Oh my God, that'd be so funny.
Crop out the judge's face and then put it on Benjamin's face.
Yeah, put it on Benjamin's face, and it'll be literally like the same scene. It's like he just looks like he does not fucking give a shit.
I really want to see this now.
Oh, dude, it's only 94 minutes. Actually, the Letterboxd page says that it's 120 minutes. I don't know who the fuck edited it.
Well, then again, freaking on Google, Pink Flamingos is 5 hours long, but it's like an hour and a half.
But yeah, Zombies is just like 94 minutes. So if you want to, but also I admit I had such fun roasting it with my friend at his house. We just like roasted the fucking shit out of it, and I even made references that I don't even knew if he got.
Like what?
Like I can't remember.
Just make like saying like Zombieland is better than this. So,
no, he knows about Zombieland, but I said like no, actually there's a song. Okay, so there's a part where it says this is Zombie Town or something, where it's like you're entering Zombie Town. I was like, I guess Zombieland was taken. Then after that, they have a song called This is Zombieland.
Oh my God.
Pick one and stick with it.
Make up your mind.
I just found that funny for some reason. I guess Zombieland is copyrighted and you're taking it anyway.
It's just so dumb.
I know it.
What are we gonna do? Oh, let's make it Zombie Town. Actually, let's make it Zombie Land. Oh man, should we do rock paper scissors? None of them win. You know what? Let's just put both of them in.
That's probably how the fucking board meeting went. And then like Steve Buscemi came with his skateboard and being like,
"How do you do, fellow kids?"
When the movie was like premiering or something.
They have no idea what to do, so they're just like, "Dang it, let's get Steve Buscemi in here." He walks in, like breaches the door open.
Oh my
with
God,
skateboard.
dude! You know what that actual meme is from, right? 30 Rock.
Yes. I was gonna say.
It's from a scene where Steve Buscemi is trying to pretend to be a teenager because it's like he plays like a cop that like invades high schools or something. And so imagine if he played a teenager, like he was just in the background holding a skateboard, walking around. Oh my God, if there was someone able to sneak that in, I swear to fucking God, I would have given this 5 stars. It's like not even talk or saying,
"How do you do, fellow kids?"
Just see him in the exact same suit he wears in that scene with the skateboard, just like walking around doing nothing.
He's like walking around, and then he just arrests a kid for like talking about Fortnite. He's
Dude.
like, "You're under arrest for dead memes."
PUBG is way better than Fortnite.
You're under arrest, fellow kid.
Okay, now that I'm interrogating you, I just want to ask you, how do you do? That joke was fucking dumb. I know. I don't.
He turns into Welby, and he goes like, "You want some orange juice?" Just passes orange juice over to him. He's like, "So how do you do? Like, how's your day been?" He's like, "It's been horrible since you arrested me." He's like, "Well, that's just fine and diddly doody."
Dude, it's just like it's like I said, it's pretty much like a tale of racism or something, but they never. I don't know. It's like they. Oh fuck! I can't even. This movie's melting my mind. Also, I don't know how people get this reference, but the main girl in the movie looks like Megan from Alex Labo's videos.
Oh my god! No way.
Look at the fucking like Letterboxd poster, and you'll see what I'm talking about. She literally looks like. Well, she has the same hair. Not 100% the same face, but like I just pictured her the entire time. I was like, oh, she got a big break.
Oh my gosh! It does look like Megan. Also, the poster freaking sucks.
I know. I don't know what the fuck is even.
It's the guy at the left. He's like, "Hey, I'm in this movie." The guy on the right, it looks like he just hates his life.
Because he does in the movie. He pretty much like hates everyone.
It looks like he just doesn't want to be there.
I love how shocked the girl on the right is. She's like, "Oh my god!" Like
she's like, "Oh my god, I'm in this movie."
Oh my god, this is what's on my resume.
She's like, "Oh my god, no! Why? I got paid for this."
We need to fucking rabbit this movie at some point. Oh my god.
It sounds perfect. We need to.
It is perfect, man. It's like cheesy as shit, and it has like the most. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it at this point. I mean, obviously it's bad.
Yeah, it seems god awful.
But even then, I didn't really hate myself watching because some points I wasn't even paying attention because I didn't give a shit. Oh my god! I forgot to mention there's a fucking rap number.
Oh like, no! Oh god!
It's not like Lil Pump or anything.
Zombie gang.
Making gang.
Spread 3 racks on Blu-rays.
Oh fuck! So it's like he's like rapping to the camera.
Boardroom love do cocaine.
It's like he's rapping towards the camera or something.
Oh no!
It's like a light rap. It's one of the. It's like that.
Or he's just like staring at the camera, like eye contact at its finest, and then he's like, Gucci gang, Deros.
Actually, that movie's so bad that a Lil Pump cameo actually probably would have been something.
He just walks in with the tiger.
Actually, no, you know what something would be even better? Actually, that would have been legitimately great. Tucci Gang.
Oh my, I was just gonna say that. What if Stanley Tucci?
Sam Rockwell dresses Stanley Tucci on a fucking tiger.
He's the principal. He's like, you're suspended, young man.
Oh, and also, the principal in the movie is played by this lady who like acts only through her teeth. You know how like Julianne Moore does that kind of too, where she like acts with her teeth and stuff. But imagine that, but it's like she was like literally like having her teeth out like the entire like through every frame.
So basically, the smiling emoji.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maya Rudolph's character.
Yeah, just imagine that, but as like a principal character, and also there's this coach character who also does not give a shit.
The coach character is just played by like Rob Schneider.
I mean, that would have been a career highlight given what he's been up to recently.
Rob Schneider is a coach. Rated PG-13.
No, Rob Schneider is a zombie.
Rated PG-13. Oh my god, I need to see this now.
I fucking can't anymore.
It just seems god-awful.
It is!
I need to see it. Is there like one thing that's actually decent?
No, not really. Like the cinematography's bland. Like it's like as an ABC Family type shit or something.
Oh
where it's
God!
Like the cinematography
Hallmark zombies.
Hallmark Christmas zombies. I saw a zombie kissing Santa Claus.
Here comes Zombie Claus.
Yeah, or no, it'd be like I don't know. I was about to make a reference. I didn't know if you'd get it though.
Thanksgiving feast with zombies. Oh my God.
Well, you know as they all say, always leave them laughing. And on that note, that concludes this episode of the Ticket Booth Podcast. Thank you all so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.